I don't ask for much, that's all I ever want.
You got the Facebook link?
Yeah, these are hoes
The
for the
source?
streets, they ain't holy. I ain't pulling up the spiritual devils, hit your boost. We ain't no cowards, please don't say what you gon' do. I post something on the internet, you think you gotta prove. Cause I got Rock Ice, I got Shia Ward, got Kasarpakad, I got Iman, got Kabataban, I got Tazabah, got Kakamaiman, got Karanyala. Got your rock bar, chopper, it's a car, bring out top of war. Couple young men in this bitch with an out of war. If you ain't in these ranks and you out of order, it's a time for everything right now, it's time for war. I'm still the same nigga when I'm not recording. I pull up, shoot from half like a Michael Jordan. I don't think they fit to join the Lord's army. I survived a Christian church, more of the story. I done beat so many demons, I got war stories. Growing look so hardcore, look like I'm more Tony. Appetite for battle, yeah, I'm war hungry. I ain't choose this life, the Lord chose me. I'm a certified priest and I don't take that lightly. How I feel about this shit, yeah, I can't describe it. I know they mad at me, cause I can't trust the white man. I gird up my loins, it did something mighty. Yeah, what's done in private, it's gonna come to light. Speak the truth into these bones and watch them come to life. All my friends are dead, let loose all the plagues, yeah.
Yeah. One more song, we're gonna start now.
We still here, still standing. UPK, we never left the building. Commander Julia Hunter, you know, whoa. Check it out. Rolling to America. Seize everything and bring these crackers to their knees. I need everything and I do mean everything. I know they don't like us. Go ahead and try us. Don't make me call upon the Lord and put this earth on fire. I'm only getting better and I'm only getting higher. And you are getting weaker. That's why you cannot beat us. I know you do not like us. We don't like you neither. You went against the grain. You should be ashamed. You went against a king. Let's just call it treason. Can't wait for killing season. All that shit that you be preaching. Let me see if you believe it. They say they can't be touched. Well, I'm about to put my hands on them. No more missing nights. That I gave that spirit up. Lord, give me strength so I can tear the city up. Babylon is falling, but it's just not fast enough. Angels with a nigga, so you niggas cannot touch. Ooh, this shit ain't enough. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them get you up. Yeah. Said I pray you understand. I said I pray you understand. This shit ain't enough. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them get you up. Said I pray you understand. Hey, I said I pray you understand.
They want me to bite my tongue, they don't like criticism. Can't say what presses the devil, YouTube restricting niggas. But they can post bitches, twerking, police, killing niggas. You can rap about catching bodies, and millions listen. Bitches rap about their box, and children listen. You say you black and gay, to them you still a nigga. You chasing Susie and Becky, they in the killing niggas. You got the ones that compromise, and you got field niggas. It's a real difference, it make me feel different. When I kick on my boots, tie up a Nutri, I know. When we teaching that camp, nobody teaching. These devils telling lies without blinking. They ain't got the integrity, try to reach them. They say they conscious and they woke, but they sleepy. I ain't sparing nobody, I'm going in. It's a rap when I hop up on that podium.
This shit not adding up. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them get you up. Yeah. Said I pray you understand. I said I pray you understand. This shit not adding up. Fucking raise it up. Listen to them devils while you let them get you up. Said I pray you understand. Hey,
I said I pray you understand.
What's up, man? We up in here, man. One West Radio, back at it every Thursday, 10 p.m. Pacific. You understand? Getting it in. Got myself, Captain Dawhard. To my left, I got Officer Tabawan. Give him a hand. To my right, I got Officer Karatazah. Got Malakman here. Oscar Ward, Shot a Rock. You know what I mean? We Lahab up in there. He went to get some food. Coming back. Natazah. Kamada. We all up in this, man. Up in this thing, man. Pause. All up in this, man. Hold on. It's alive here. Jesus Christ. Anyway. We're going to get right into it. Got a few things we want to go over. Of course, everything is happening in the world. We always hear so many different stories. We try to limit it to 3. I'm going to just say a couple. Some black woman down in Arkansas got denied from going into a church. You understand? It was a hell of a story. She walks into the church. I'll be brief. She tries to walk into the church. The white man says, "Hey, where you going?" She says, "I'm going to the church." He said, "Oh, we ain't start yet." Mind you, she sees people in the church already. She's like, "What you mean?" She keeps walking. And the lady says, "Hey, you know, what are you doing here?" She was like, "Well, I'm trying to enter the church." She was like, "Well, you know," she's like, "Is that okay?" She was like, "Well, do you not accept black people?" She's like, "No, we accept coloreds. We had coloreds here before." She said, "Coloreds? You mean black?" She said, "Nah, coloreds. That's what we called them growing up." She said she doesn't enter the church, of course. She gets on Facebook and she says all these things. She says how hurt she was. She says how hurt she was because she got denied, which I love, because why the hell are you going to an all-white church? What's wrong with you?
That's a reality check.
You know what I'm saying? Like, are you joking?
Right.
What are you doing? I wouldn't even feel comfortable if I was in the world trying to go to a white church. You did?
Right.
Gosh.
So when I was in the world, I didn't even feel like I thought about going to a Judite church, and I was like, I'm not gonna feel right in there.
Yeah.
And they're dancing. I'm not black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just felt kind of like they got a whole different culture. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
You said a Judite church. That's hilarious. I feel you. Judite churches are super aggressive.
If I may, Kat, just real quick, just to add to what you said, it's a reality check for both black and brown with these churches, man. What the sister endured or went through, and then what the Catholic, what the Pope did.
Yeah.
So society,
And you know this, like, and it was cold about it. Them down south churches, like I think a lot of places are racist. Them down south churches, like there was another story talking about Americans' new religion. It's really talking about white nationalism.
Right.
Nationalism, right? It talks about how how the people that Donald Trump incited when they went into the Capitol. Those are Christians.
right?
You know what I mean? Those are Christians. Like, white people are the purest form of Christians. You know what I'm saying? And they also believe in separation. They also believe that they're chosen, that God loves them. And that's why they come up against other races, because they feel like they're becoming a minority in their own country.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's not God's plan. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how they rev up their people. Like, you love God, we love America. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Oh, if I could, sir. What it sounds like too, it sounds like she wasn't looking for God's love. She was looking for them for their love. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it seems like. A lot of our people want the acceptance of the white man, and not God's acceptance.
White acceptance is
Right.
better than God's acceptance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Being accepted by white people to black people is what they look for in life.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When you hate yourself, you're going to look for your love in other places. The Lord said, "Watch him as our ways to seek love." That's what Scripture said.
Right.
You can't trim your ways. You can't go to the white church. Don't go to church, period. But why are you black going to a white church in Arkansas?
Right.
What are you doing? Are you not from Arkansas? I'm gonna just assume they're not from Arkansas.
He not gonna teach on nothing that you can relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know how someone comes into the class and they got dreads, and your topic just switches to dreads.
Right.
That sister was gonna go into that church, and that dude's topic was gonna switch into, welfare and shit. It was gonna switch to some topic of black people.
Gang violence.
You try to push her out the door.
Mhm.
Gang violence. Right. You know what I mean? But there's so many stories. Of course, I definitely want to get to this TD Jakes thing. Y'all want to open it up with anything?
Yeah, if I could just add
Go
on to what you were saying, like, just like why go anywhere? That church is all white for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Why do you want to be surrounded by something that's all white? Like, you ever been in a restaurant, like, and you just see like, damn, it's not a lot of us up in here. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and you immediately get like kind of like uncomfortable. a little
Cracker
bit.
Barrel.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna get my food up. I'm out of here because I don't want to sit down here and eat around all these white folks or all these Arab folks or wherever the hell you at. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand her thought process on that.
You said Cracker Barrel. I forgot who said it, man. It was some comedian. He said every time I drive by Cracker Barrel, I just hear like, "Go ahead, nigga, get now."
That's the vibe for sure.
I've never stepped into a Cracker Barrel because it seems like I won't come out.
It's
I
different.
won't come out alive. You know what I'm saying? So I heard they got good biscuits, but I'm fine. There's
Yeah.
other places that got good biscuits too.
Right. Shout out Popeyes.
Popeyes biscuit. Hey, some of them got poor. You gotta be careful. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot. Yeah, some,
Damn.
hey, some of them.
Man.
Some of them.
Oh, some spots.
Yeah, you gotta check.
Oh no,
Check.
for sure. Popeyes Swab though, as far as I know, I used to work there.
Yeah. You know
Come
what I
on.
mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they fry. Yeah, it's too wild. You know what I mean? I love Popeyes. I'm not trying to get on. I want to ruin no one's night.
Damn, Kevin got a box of Popeyes sitting there watching the show right now.
Put his drumstick down.
Shit, damn.
But anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into TD Jakes, man. Can you read that story for me? TD Jakes said that oh man, just read the article. I don't want to butcher it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on 1 second. Shout out, hey, give me a 1 if y'all fuck with Popeyes, man. Give me a 1, y'all fuck with Popeyes.
I still ain't tried the
What's
little
up,
chicken sandwich they had.
What's unlawful at Popeyes?
I think the gravy, the red beans and rice.
Rice.
Yeah, and then of course they got like shrimp and like
Jambalaya.
I don't want to go. I just don't know what's unlawful.
The jambalaya is unlawful.
yeah, the chicken is wild. The biscuits is good. You know what I'm saying? Some places you gotta check them. Like, we used to call like y'all cook with pork fat. You got it yet?
Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Pastor TD Jakes says families are lost because we are raising up women to be men.
Raising up women to be men, and this mother got that nerve. But go ahead.
Okay. Pastor TD Jakes, Father's Day. Real men pour in. Sermon is gaining traction because of his thoughts on the current state of families. The megachurch pastor said that families are
What kind of church?
the megachurch.
What kind of church?
The megachurch.
I bet. Go ahead.
Pastor said that families are being lost in contemporary culture because we are raising up women to be men.
Go ahead.
Because women basically aren't living in their femininity. We were not designed to receive from women. Your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money.
Sorry, no sweat. You can stop right there. Hold that though. We're gonna get to it. The nerve of this Christian pastor to
Right.
say something like that in his mega church, where he been spewing out lies his whole damn career, and then has the nerve to turn around and blame women. Blame your goddamn self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Blame like these. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, man. These religious leaders, right? I posted something this week with what's that cat name? Farrakhan.
Oh, Farrakhan.
Farrakhan said a man is not a real man until he gets with a woman. He beats with a woman, right? Of course, I went straight to think of Christ. Christ in hell. And he was the realest man on the face of the earth, right? So, like, the worshiping of women is in these religions. You get what I'm saying? It's like the worship. TD Jake is a believer in letting a woman teach.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? You letting the woman teach is usurping her authority of doctrine over men. So for him to say that is, disgusting, and of course the topic is accountability. He's not holding himself accountable.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? As priests of God, we hold ourselves accountable. You know what I mean? If anything fails, but he's not holding himself accountable. He's trying to charge something when he should be taking the fall. Y'all want to add to that?
Okay.
It's hard. It's like
Nah, no sweat. I was just gonna say real quick. It's crazy. He said, your what do you say? Your manhood is compromised if your wife has to give you lunch money.
Yeah.
Man, good night. That's whole that like you said, Kat, that's the whole worshiping of women and everything. And then it pushes that whole doctrine about, a man is not a man unless he has a job and brings in money.
Come on.
Man.
Razak, can you put me the precept, please? You know what I'm talking about? Timothy? Provide the precept. Ash, go ahead.
Also, too, Kev, I believe that whole idea is to put men down, obviously.
Right.
Because in this world, if women are supposed to be strong and independent,
Yeah.
and the head of the house, then why in the hell is it okay for a man to give her money?
Right. Listen, TD Jakes the same cat that told a woman to leave her husband if he's acting a certain way. She should leave because she should be happy. I wish I would have grabbed the soundbite. But this is who we're talking about. You feel what I mean? Like,
do what makes you happy.
do what makes you. He write books on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Go ahead.
That's the easiest way to have someone listen to you.
Brother, TD Jakes is an evil, disgusting bastard. In Matthew 3:7, Christ called them vipers. You generation of vipers. He called them snakes, man, because of the words that they say. Remember, a snake got a forked tongue, right? That's what a snake has, right? They say one thing, but they mean something else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And also, too, sir, it's damn near like it's really a weapon of mass destruction, because the pastor who has a lot of money and the people who follow him are destroyed, and he's a man of God to them,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks good, has money,
Yeah.
speaks nice,
Yeah.
has great followers,
Mm-hmm.
and when he tells you do what makes you happy, you believe it. And it's really it's damn near like drugs in the hood. Like,
It's disgusting. We different.
Okay.
No, say what you want to say.
Oh, what was the headline again? What he said, it was Pastor TD Jakes says families are lost because we are raising up women to be men.
Yeah.
But in the religion, in your doctrine, you teach men not to be men.
Right.
You know what I mean? In general, by teaching them it's okay to celebrate these pagan holidays, to worship women, because you don't speak against Valentine's Day.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's why Christ said, you scribes and Pharisees, woe to you hypocrites, because you can't say that this is causing the destruction in the family household, but you causing destruction in the family, in the black and brown household. So
He created a generation of men who are docile.
kind
You know what I'm saying? Let me read the word docile for you. Ready to accept control or instruction, submissive. You created a submissive man to society, and then turned around and said, "These women, brother, you are the reason why these women have this. You should listen. You have a mega church. You have a mega church where you're able to say, listen, black women, who told you can teach the Bible? Who told you should be ruling your household? You independent. You're not independent. You know what I'm saying? A man should be over you. You should get that money and hand it to your man. You should use that money instead of going on trips or whatever the hell women, you can go on trips, but whatever the hell single women do, you should put that into your community. You're getting all the money in the world. Look at listen, Jeremiah brings up all the time. Look at the number one people graduated from college are black women.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? That's the number one people graduated from college are black women. They have careers. They're doing the best out of the group of people in America. So black women are failing because of him, not because of them.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You read that for me?
Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
But if any provide not for his own,
He said, man, you get lunch money from your woman. You ain't shit, right? Basically, right?
Right.
In my words, because that's what he said. Can you read that part again? What he said?
that's what he said.
He said, if you get money from your wife for lunch money from your wife, you're what?
He said, your self-esteem is compromised when you have to ask your wife for lunch money.
Damn,
I tell my woman, give me all your money.
that's crazy. Your self-esteem is compromised. Go ahead, give me a little more.
You
Yeah,
should-
read that.
he
Read that.
said, and Adam, all of a sudden, has allowed the curse to come because he stopped pouring. Jakes explained.
He stopped what?
Pouring.
Pouring. Okay, go ahead.
He
I
explains.
understand what it means. I'm gonna explain it to y'all in a second. Go ahead.
He explains that when women are not being led by women,
Mhm.
breaks the divine order. And though it goes against today's cultural norms, he stressed that this order is disrupting what God had planned for families.
Mhm.
This breaks all the sociological order of the culture we are living in now because we are raising up women to be men.
A lot of cats, when they're about to die, they say that what's right because they live with guilt. You get what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like they start to say what's correct because of all the horrible and evil things they said.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like they start to say, "Oh yeah, this is how it's like." Give me a famous one, Martin Luther King, right?
Right,
What
right,
did
right.
Martin Luther King said before he died?
I afraid that I led my people into a burning house.
To a burning house.
Said Judas tried to get that money back.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like before you die, you start saying what you should have been saying from the beginning. I'm not saying he's gonna die, but I'm sure he found something now. Now it's time to go hard.
Oh no, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to go hard. But read that for me, Timothy.
Concert. 1 Timothy 5:8.
Mm-hmm.
But if any provide not for his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith.
He had denied the what?
The
A
faith.
lot of fake Israelites and Christian pastors love to say when a man can't provide for you, he's not a man. And they always say provide money, right? Provide
Right.
that. My question is, it didn't say money.
Right.
My question is provide what?
Right.
You understand?
About rulership.
Yeah, provide. No, I'm saying provide what? What is he supposed to provide? Like, what is he supposed to provide? It doesn't say any specific. It just says provide.
Mm.
Listen, man, I know women all the time sleep with men with no money.
Mhm.
I think most men have no money and women still want to have sex with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, money is little to a woman. She doesn't care about that.
Concert.
You know what I'm saying? A man is worth more than money to a woman. She'd rather have a man. You see a homeless cat? You want
Right.
a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's homeless.
It's saying Proverbs.
God.
It's saying Proverbs 31, like the woman, she go out and buildeth her house. But in Isaiah 4:1, it says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel.
Okay.
So what's that talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean? So
This cat, listen, man, this cat is hilarious for saying some things like this when he was the whole reason why. Give me 1 second. Keep reading.
concert.
No.
Oh, okay.
Like, this breaks all the sociological order of the culture we are living in now because we are raising up women to be men.
Mm-hmm.
And you are not applauded for your femininity.
You are not applauded for your femininity. Go ahead.
You are applauded in contemporary society for how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are.
That's true. Go ahead.
Who's saying that?
It's TD Jakes. TD Snakes.
It's like,
Go ahead.
are we like? Is we agreeing to what this nigga saying? Or we not agreeing?
No, we agreeing, but I'm just saying how dare he?
Yeah, he's saying it.
How dare he say some shit like this? Now we had the
Right.
platform for 30 years.
Mm.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
He wasn't saying nothing. That money must not be coming in like it used to.
Mm.
Right?
You know what I mean? Them women must have been, something must have happened.
He got hurt.
Yeah, something.
He got
You know
hurt.
what I mean?
Some woman, he got checked by his woman.
Keep reading.
And you're climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families.
You
Jake
understand?
said.
That's true. They are. Because careers matter more to women than her children. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Her career means everything. You know what I mean? But it's just funny that he has the nerve to say something like this. And I want to get off that a little bit, but I want to talk about that Christian church because the Christian church has never taken accountability for what the black community looks like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to add, y'all go ahead.
Concert, like the Christian church, like they constantly take, and never really give, and they get the idea, their way of doing it from the white man, of course, but it's like they constantly taking from you for so long, and then it's like they take $1 million, give you back $100. You know what I'm saying? They take $2 million, give you back $1,000, and you think that they're doing something for you when really actually you're not even breaking even. Far from it. You know what I'm saying? They're not healing you spiritually. They're hurting you monetary. Dang, that's a good word. Hurting your pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lack for a better word. And then they're not healing you. You know what I'm saying? And they constantly having their hand out for more. It's like a virus in your body. You know what I'm saying? A virus in your community.
Hey, Malakma, what did you say earlier about the Christian church before we started the show?
Oh, it's a house of what is it? Look, the God is not in that Christian church.
I mean, he can't be. You feel me? He can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about how big that mega church is. You think about that tithes coming in. You got to say some sweet shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You gotta say some sweet shit because that money depends on your disposition. You know what I'm saying? Like what you say is going to warm the hearts of many. Like the scriptures say, don't speak unto us hard things, speak unto us smooth things.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to hear the truth, they wanted to hear the lie. And the lie makes them give the money up.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying? And he's set.
Oh
He's
yeah.
set, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Net worth 25 million.
25 million.
If I could, so it's like them pastors turn into like what's it called? Politicians. They gotta say the politically correct thing to show face and to receive like I was watching The Wire this the other day. And it's like
Hold on. Get that picture with Tyler Perry and TJ.
I was watching The Wire the other day and like they give you like a little background on how these politicians just try to show face just to get the checks, just to get the the votes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They try to they rub elbows with people and they show them talk behind their back. They don't give a damn about them people. But for that money, for them votes to keep their position, they're gonna say whatever and do whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's likewise for a Christian pastor.
Did you hear about that cat in Brooklyn who got robbed
It
for
kind
$1
of
million worth of jewelry?
That's crazy.
You know he stole $90,000 from one of his members. He stole $90,000, man, from one of his members. That member probably said their grandsons to go get him.
right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he be in a church with all his jewelry on. Just walk up in there. There was a cat in the corner that didn't do a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? But, go ahead.
If I could, like, it's like TD Jakes, all I've been alive, like TD Jake has been like, as far as black preachers go, he's like number one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Next to like your Creflo Dollars. And I can't even think of no other ones that's as prominent in the black community that has such an impact on the thoughts and mindset. Like all these black preachers and these.
There's a picture of Tyler Perry trying to how you say that? Lay hands on them.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
Tyler.
No, it's not all these all these black preachers are like attempting to mimic TD Jakes and Creflo Dollars. You know what I mean? And they going to teach and spew out everything that he teaches. And they don't teach like you teaching that the destruction of the household when we've had a black church in all of our communities. It's a black church every block. And the communities in our neighborhoods are trash. They're horrible. They're not making any changes to us. They're not really cleaning up black people and Hispanic people. So while you have a mega church and the thought of I've never really thought about it until right now, you make millions from allegedly teaching the Bible. That's crazy to me.
Right.
That's crazy. You make millions teaching the Bible and you don't even teach the Bible? You just be,
It's crazy how someone just collect that bread like that. Huh?
collecting bread.
Damn.
And he ain't gotta like, you know what I mean? He taking all that money home.
You seen that movie with him and Morris Chestnut and Taraji? It was a part in the movie where the cat was going broke. He didn't really have no money. And they took the pastor out for dinner, for lunch or whatever. And they ran his car and his car declined. And the way TD Jakes looked at Morris Chestnut, like, don't worry, man, I got it. Like, broke motherfucker. Like it was such a thing I expected him to do. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just one of them parts. I'm sorry, you can't find the picture. Go ahead, Josh.
So I just want to bring out what TD Jakes said. What he said that? What he said? What was his statement?
Yeah.
Black women are independent because. What did he say? It was a statement he made that we built on.
I don't remember.
He said black women are trying to be.
But don't they get applauded for being independent and strong and proud and all that?
And he's saying they shouldn't.
Yeah, they shouldn't be. Yeah.
And I just want to bring out a precept, so like John 8:44,
Mhm.
when Christ said to the Pharisees, and correct me if I'm wrong, sir, but this also proves that they are then reincarnated, because it says here, ye are of the father of the devil, and the lust of your father you will do.
Right.
And that's what white people did. White people put drugs in our communities and then turn around and blame us for what they caused.
Yeah.
And that's what TD Jakes is doing. He
Absolutely.
caused women to be that way, to have that mentality. And now he's turning around and saying, well, women are wrong for doing this when it's his fault. And that's like him being just, he's like his father,
That's
the
right.
devil, the white man. I want to point that out. Okay.
Nah, ain't no sweat.
Didn't Creflo Dollar just recently come out saying something
About
about
tithes.
yeah, recanting his statements on
Yeah.
everything he did? What's up with these
He
Christian
ain't supposed
pastors?
to pay tithes, really. He said some shit like that. You're not supposed to be paying after he didn't collect
Right.
the money back then.
Yeah, I
Right.
took all y'all bread.
Yeah.
Y'all wasn't really supposed to give it to
Give
me.
the money back, bro.
That's crazy.
He had them fake Israelites. Yeah, I told y'all because tithes is cabbage. He had them figures. Because tithes is really mint.
I just like all these, especially these Christian pastors, black Christian pastors, before they die, like you said, before they die, they're gonna start recanting a lot of their teachings because the guilt and the shame is gonna be so overwhelming, and a lot of their sexual allegations gonna start coming out. TD Jakes, before he go, man, the Lord gonna reveal him. You know what I mean? The Lord gonna reveal. And then guess what black people gonna do? Ignore it.
It was that one cat in Baltimore. I think he just got he's in the hospital. He was like an adulterer, like a serial adulterer. He bought women stuff so they like hush money.
Mhm.
He's in the hospital bed right now. You know what I'm saying? Hospital bed right now. I forget his name, man. We went over him a few times though, but yeah. Can we move on to that story though?
Come on.
And the Christian, listen, man. And the Christian church is the house of Satan, according to the Bible, man. That is the house of Satan. And if you're in the Christian church still, I just think you're weird at this point. There's too much information to still be in the Christian church for you still to be in there. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like imagine knowing the truth or knowing that Christ is black and they still teaching that Christ is whatever color. And you're still in there. You're a clown. You're a fool. You know what I mean? But go ahead. Let's get to that next story. Of course, we got this sad, disturbing, unsettling story right here about the Pope and the Gadites in Canada, and the Pope's idea of giving the Gadites an apology by kissing them on the hand for the things they've done. We better go into it, man. I remember that one will bring out those stories about
Boarding schools.
the boarding schools in Canada. Oh my goodness, them stories are the saddest stories ever. Maybe we can play that one clip of that one Gadite cat. That Gadite.
Oh, what did you had in your lecture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find it. Can we play a clip? Like mine? Let's go to the story and then find the clip and then let's play it. All right.
Come on. I'll send it to you.
Let's read the story.
Where he apologizes for.
Yes.
Okay, right here. Pope apologizes for deplorable evil of Canadian Indigenous schools. Masquatchis, Alberta, Pope Francis apologized on Monday to Canada's Native people on their land for the church's role in schools where Indigenous children were abused, calling their forced cultural assimilation a deplorable evil and disastrous error. Speaking near the site of two former schools in Masquatchis, Alberta.
I'm not sure if these are the schools, but remember they found the mass graves, right? The mass graves of like I think how many students?
It what, like 250?
250 students. Is this a school? Is this a place?
I don't know if it's this. It was in Canada though.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Keep going. No, sorry. I'll answer that question in a second.
Speaking near the site of two former schools in Masquatchis, Alberta, Francis apologized for Christian support of the colonizing mentality of the times and called for serious investigation of the schools to help survivors and descendants heal. With shame and unambiguously, I humbly beg forgiveness for the evil committed by so many Christians against the indigenous peoples.
No sweat. Stop right there. Give me Ezekiel 33 and 15. 33 and 15, Bobby Shaw. Remember, what's that precept where it says, if the wicked turn back, give, you know what I'm talking about?
Come.
I think it's Ezekiel 13 and 15. Apologies ain't just good enough. You understand that, right? The scriptures say that's not loving word, but loving deed.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we cannot take this apology as something, that is supposed to be accepted. We can't accept apologies just by words. We can accept apologies through actions.
I have it.
You got to read it from you.
Come on, sir. Ezekiel chapter 33. You want like straight to the point?
Yeah, straight to the point.
Okay, come on. Ezekiel 33 and 15. If the wicked restore the pledge,
Right.
Give again that he robbed.
Give again what he robbed. He got to give you back the land. Take back the land. Give it to you. That's an apology.
Right.
Keep going.
Walk in the statutes of life.
Now he got to walk perfectly under your authority. Go ahead.
Without committing iniquity.
And don't commit one crime. Go ahead.
He shall surely live.
Now he can live. Go ahead.
He shall not die.
You don't have to die now. You understand? That ain't, but he's not doing that.
Right.
Just words ain't gonna do it. Am I missing something on that, reason? That's it, right?
Count.
You was gonna start at 11.
Yeah,
You
count.
gotta start at 11. 15 is good. But you know what I mean? So like that's what he needs to do. He can't just say, I'm gonna kiss you in your hand, and you know what we did, and give you some little, a little bit of hush money.
Right.
That's what it is, a little hush money. The conclusion of everything is I'm gonna hurt the hell out of you, kill 77 million Native Indians, go to these boarding schools, have sexually abuse these kids, beat them into, I think they killed someone when they beat them, right?
Oh, absolutely.
They caused brain damage, I'm sure. The cat don't even want to speak his native tongue no more, right? You got that clip yet? Let's play that clip, man. I don't know, like the brother gonna give it to you right here. I'm sure this cat is an alcoholic and he has damage.
And if
what happened?
If I could too, what they would do is that, of course, we all know how they put Native Americans in horrible conditions, and then they put them in reservations, and they put them in the most worst spots, and told them that this is where you're gonna live, and we're gonna take over all the good land. And then they came up with the Indian boarding schools, and they came to the reservations, and they told the families, the parents, that the children were living in uninhabitable and environments. So, and they put them in that predicament in the first place. Yeah. And then that's their reason for taking the children and put them in boarding schools. And that's the origin of Child Protective Services.
You know, there's a white theory out there. That says that what we're talking about actually didn't happen. No, I'm dead serious. Like the smallpox thing, they said was a self-inflicted thing.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? It was a self-inflicted thing, and they're also saying that it was more of a war than a triumph, like how they talking about. You know what I mean? Like it was like they had to go to war with them. They're trying to make it seem like war was the reason why they got what they had, when it wasn't. It was a trick. It was a treaties book. That whole treaty thing. They're trying to say that's not even a real thing. Right. You get what I'm saying? Like that like the white theory on it is kind of new. Is like astonishing, to say the least. You know what I mean? But go ahead, play the tape. Play the clip.
My name is Andrew Windy Boy. I'm a Chippewa Cree. I did 2 boarding schools, one in Wapton Indian School in Wapton, North Dakota, and the other one is Flandreau Indian School in Flandreau, South Dakota. In the 60s to early 70s, took me to the boarding school where I wasn't allowed to talk my native tongue or practice my native ways. Numerous times they put on this big huge white comb, put on there, says dunce. I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know English. They put it on me, make me wear it all over. Kids would laugh at me.
Bro, this is a grown old man.
Right.
And he's traumatized.
Right.
You can see it as he talks about it.
Mm-hmm. Stop it. How many Gadites commit suicide a year?
I forget the number, but it's
number 1 in the world, right?
It's definitely number 1.
I think Gadites are the number 1 race of people who commit suicide.
It's number 1
on a yearly basis, right? He's depressed. He's sad. That's why he's alcoholic. But keep playing it.
Punished me for talking that. It was my first language. I didn't know any other language. So whenever I talk, it came out. Cree would come out, and whenever I talk, I get hit. I got hits so much I lost my tongue. I lost my native tongue.
Yeah, you can stop right there, right? We don't gotta watch no more of that.
My
His eyes is rolling back in his head, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about this Pope wants to kiss your hand and apologize for that? That's just one brother. That's just one brother. You feel me? And that the guy that allowed that cat to even come there.
Yeah.
I know he's Uncle Tom. Or Ham Kahan said Uncle Tomahawk. That was hilarious. There's Uncle Tom's and there's Uncle Tomahawk. Captain Kahan, shout out Captain Kahan for that. That was fucking hilarious. But he's Uncle Tom, of course. And he allows that to happen. Listen, man, drop off the bread, give me back the land, and walk in the statues. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what you gotta do. Man, like,
Well,
we can't take words. Go ahead.
Like, we're going back with the sister that tried to go in the all-white church. What you ain't learned yet? You natives inviting the Pope on your reservation. What you ain't learned yet? And you ain't no telling what he probably scoping out the land you got and gonna get it secretly. You know what I mean? Like, when we gonna learn this man is the devil? And he ain't come there to kiss your
Show the
hand.
picture with the Pope in the headpiece.
Yeah, like the fact that you even letting them over there and knowing, given their history, and then broke every single damn treaty that and lied to you and raped, robbed, and pillaged you, and you gonna invite him over there, like you said, probably money was involved and this and that was involved. And then you gonna crown him with,
And then you go that like on some second, and then you gonna come up against us at camp talking about Gadites saying, I'm supposed to listen to you though.
Listen. Gadites ain't Israelites.
Oh, it's like it, yeah.
That's what they be saying. But listen, oh my God, look at this picture here, boy. That saddened me. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I seen that, I was sad because what the hell is going on?
That's crazy.
Like, break this down for me, Dabon. How important is that right there?
That's only the chief is supposed to wear that. And
The chief, right?
some tribes it's a little bit different, but basically, yeah, it's in our terms, you have to be a real high ranking man.
But more importantly, you got to be a Gadite, right?
Oh, kind.
So what the hell is this? And what did Gadite Twitter say about this? Do you know?
I don't know.
Gadite Twitter went crazy about this because those are real Gadites out there
Mm-hmm.
who won't accept this. And I'm glad that they were like that because this cat's on with time.
Right.
Oh,
But
yeah.
the real Gadites, like Dabawan and Soccer War and these Gadites on Twitter, they was not fucking with this.
No,
They
that's
was
crazy.
absolutely enraged by this, and it was out of order. It was out of pocket. It was like treason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for this to happen. So I was glad to see that, right? But go ahead,
So
Malaki.
like I was gonna add, like what this image is, comparable to would be if Osama bin Laden was alive today
Mhm.
and goes to the White House and apologizes for 9/11,
Yeah.
and you see the president give him a Purple Heart for
Mhm.
apologizing. You imagine the
Right.
outrage of the victim, of the families of the victims that died on that day.
Come on.
Bro, you put that in such a clear perspective.
Right.
I felt it.
Right.
Jesus Christ. Like, you so right on that,
Right.
because think about, like, that's exactly what this is, if not worse. Osama bin Laden killed 3,000 people
Right.
Mhm.
and hurt so many.
Oh, God.
These cats killed millions.
Oh,
Mhm.
God.
Just think about, just give me a synopsis on what happened to the Gadites. And we talk about it all the time at camp. 77 million. We talk about smallpox. We talk about them killing a buffalo. We
Right.
talk about them coming over to the land and taking them. We talk about Christopher Columbus. Like, think about all the things we say just about the Gadites alone off the top of our dome. We
Mhm.
talk about trees getting broken. You get them? We talk about them being peaceable people. You feel me? Like, we talk about so many things about the Gadites. It's just easy. It comes to us so easy because they lived through so much atrocity. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's everyone knows about the Gadites atrocity, the Native Americans. You know what I mean? The atrocities that everyone knows it from the top of their mind.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And that's sick. Go ahead.
if I could, I would say like he said Purple Heart. I think Purple Heart is like when you die
In war.
You die in war, you get wounded in war for your country. That headpiece is more like like the America's Medal of Honor.
Or
You know what I'm
Salaki.
saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like
Well, this
they honoring that.
headpiece is I'm in charge of you.
That's exactly what it
You
is.
get what I'm right or
That's
wrong?
exactly
No,
what it
like,
is.
He put on this headpiece, and now he's in charge.
Right.
He's the daddy.
God damn.
He's in charge of that tribe. And that might be what Dabon was talking about. It's symbolic. Might be handing over power. That's a subtle way of handing over power. Hey, let me just kiss your hand, but we're gonna institute better schools now.
Yeah,
Right.
the Pope.
You feel what I'm saying?
The Pope kiss everybody hand.
Yeah.
Everybody finna be Catholic.
You know what I
You
mean?
know everybody gotta be Catholic, right?
Yeah. And we got to hold these cats accountable.
Mhm.
Accountability. Can I get accountability from you? Define accountability. And I want to answer this brother's question. He said, what's the question at? He said,
I'll get it right now.
But why do other
why are
Israelites?
Israelites talking about the chart is fake? I'm gonna tell you why other Israelites say the chart is fake. I'm gonna break that down. And I love that you asked that question, Yashar, Israel. You know what I mean? We're gonna get into that. That's an excellent question. You know what I mean? And we're gonna tell you where the chart comes from, where we get the chart from, too. All right, what I want? Accountability? Yeah, you got it?
Yeah,
No, you go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I had the link too for Cam Carter's thing,
What is it?
his lecture that he did.
Oh, sorry, I posted it in the group chat. Go ahead, Ak.
Sir.
Mhm.
The definition for accountability and obligation or willingness to accept responsibility.
To what?
To accept responsibility.
Y'all understand, all right?
Come.
The obligation to accept responsibility. TD Jakes didn't want to accept responsibility.
Right.
What TD Jakes should have said was, I failed you. You feel me? TD Jakes should have said, I failed. This is why I failed, because I allowed this to happen.
Mhm.
I should have said something different. I should have been on top of this. It starts with me. That's what he should have said. That's what he should have said. That's a real man, right?
That's honorable.
That's honorable, right? That's honorable to take accountability instead of just blaming the woman who you deprived of knowledge through your mega churches, who you praise. Go ahead.
And yeah, who you praise and who
Right.
you make masculine.
And who you make masculine and make their man docile. Like, you know what I mean? Now we got to go to this. I don't know the chief's name over here, this Gadite cat's name, but we got to hold. What you call it? We can't hold the Pope accountable, but we got to hold that Gadite brother accountable for allowing this devil to set foot. I don't give a damn who he is. It'd have been more powerful if you rejected the Pope's request to come. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead, come with that.
So like, I was gonna say, like, one thing that America pushes is like, oh, that's in the past, like we all equal.
Oh,
And that's exactly what that is. It's
Hey,
like,
come
it's
on.
in the past, like, you
Come
know,
on.
we equal.
Yeah.
How can you?
United.
It's like
Go ahead.
How can you forget that though?
Right.
How can you forget? I'm not talking about you coming down. I'm just saying, like, period. How can you forget your history of your people? These people killing your people. How can that not bother you that these people killed your people? That is somebody's great grandson that was on a horse rounding you up.
Now,
You see what I'm saying?
not only that, Karatazar, what do they say about 9/11?
Never forget.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Like you don't got no backbone in you, no sense of fight or integrity or respect for your own generations. Like your forefathers will look at you now. That chief or whatever the heck he was that gave the Pope the, would look at him and be disappointed. He would have got beaten, casted out of everything. I would assume. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because it's like, how can you do that when these people just raped such and such daughter last night? When these people just killed this person last night? When these people just caused millions of hundreds of thousands of suicides each year? You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's sad, man.
The Pope already know what he gonna have for Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
He gonna have it probably on that reservation. Go ahead, Commodore.
So like, I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure women from that tribe are still coming out missing.
Oh, don't forget about that. I forget about that. Them Gadite women is going missing out there, boy. Just like them Judites out here is getting missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an epidemic with black, or I would say Israelite women, period, coming up and missing. You get what I'm saying? Like, but it's just something that needs to be brought to the attention, I feel like, on a weekly basis of the crimes that are committed to us and how we are supposed to always allow forgiveness to come into our heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're the race of people that has to be able to forgive. No one else has to forgive. The Jewish man does not have to forgive the Germans.
No.
He's unforgiving. How unforgiving is he? They take a damn Jewish German soldier, German security, German officer that was involved in the Holocaust
Right.
in 1940s. I'm talking about right now. In the 1940s, and he's 97 years old.
I remember that.
And they bring him up. No, they do this constantly. Not just
Oh.
once. They bring him up in front of the judge and execute him. I mean, that's like a sentence him to life in prison.
That's
They
crazy.
gave him a 5-year sentence because he's gonna die in one.
Mm.
And they're getting their justice. So they don't have to forget it.
They don't even drive German engineering.
They don't even have a BMW. A Jewish man would not buy a BMW or a Volvo.
Volkswagen.
Yeah, Volkswagen. Those are German cars. That's where their loyalty resides.
Mm.
It's to themselves. They say, damn that. You feel what I'm saying? So they don't have to forget it.
Good
Give
night.
me another race that don't have to forget it. There's so many. I don't know, but you get the point, right?
Japanese Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
I mean, damn. You feel me?
Right.
You know they had the cold part about what's that place?
Hiroshima,
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor is they had concentration camps with Japanese people in America.
Mhm.
No one ever want to talk about that.
Yeah, that's facts.
You feel what I'm saying? They had those camps in America, and those Japanese were oppressed in America in concentration camps. So when they went to go get them in Pearl Harbor, no, sorry, I got you. They went to go get them in Pearl Harbor. That's what they was doing to go to get their people. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, Kat, just real quick to answer your question, you said another people, the Armenians. Every year, what they had, the Armenian Genocide Day, and every day they're demanding that Turkey be brought to justice for what they did to their people.
See,
Nobody ever tells them to get over it.
come on, man. What we got, Juneteenth?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck y'all got? Cinco de Mayo? Yeah, I mean, like, ain't that some shit? Excuse my language, like, but it's something to be angry about. The Lord said, listen, the Lord said, oppression make it a wise man. You know what I mean? Like, we are angry about it because we're oppressed, and we clearly see no one gives a damn about our atrocity. No one cares about it, but we do. You know what I'm saying? And we have to constantly. We sound like a broken stereo. What do they say? A broken record. Broken record. We sound like a broken record with the things we say all the time about us because no one cares what happened to you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? No one cares what happened to us. So we the only one that got to speak for it. You know what I mean? Let's go into this. Why do fake Israelites believe that the chart is fake? Because what I said at first, they're fake Israelites. Right? So now let's break it down. They say that the 12 tribe sign is false.
Right.
There's nothing false about the 12 tribe sign. It's absolutely correct because it came from God
Right.
through a vision of a priest. And I know me speaking like this to you sounds strange, but I'm absolutely correct because the spirit of Christ is on these brothers in this ISUBK. You understand? And the brother who had the vision, a dream from the Most High, which I can go read about so many dreams in the Bible that the Lord gave to men. Right. The man that had a dream about this was one of the heads of the nation of Israel at the time, the ISUBK, excuse me, and he had the vision of who the 12 tribes were. They went to dissect the scriptures and make sure it was correct, and the scriptures would tell them where those people would live at the end of the times. In Genesis, the 49th chapter, it breaks down who those people from what tribes and where they're from, and it describes us to a T. You understand? So we go talk about who the 12 tribes of Israel are. We can break it down because those were the people that were in the transatlantic slave trade and it was oppressed by the white man, so-called Esau. You understand? So give me more than white races. Spaniards.
The Persians.
No, I'm going some more than white ones. The Spaniards.
French.
What's the one in Brazil?
Portuguese.
No, Portuguese.
You know what I mean? That's part of the port of Spain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me some more. You got the
British.
The British.
Yeah,
British. European, all the European countries, right? So like those were the people who oppressed us. Those are the people that the Bible said was going to come and get us from the end of the earth. You know what I mean? Moses said we will come through cargo slave ships. People who came through cargo slave ships were us. There's nobody else. People like to say that the 12 tribes are all Negroes. That's a lie. That's not all Negroes. We can break that down as well because you go into the tribes and where those tribes come from. So now we can show who those tribes were because we got historical facts that shows Reubenites speaking Hebrew. You get what I mean? We can go into Gadites who wrote and spoke the Hebrew. You get what I mean? We can find shit in things in Mexico and in New Mexico, which was Mexico at the time. So we can go into it in so many thousands of different ways to show who the 12 tribes of Israel. I can tell you not the 12 tribes of Israel biblically as well. We
Right.
can talk about Africans. We can talk about people you want to be Israelites.
That's what they really
I know,
want.
I know that. They want the Ghanaians. What are them cats?
Ghanaians,
Ghana to be,
Ghanaians.
yeah, they want the Nigerians to be Israelites.
and
They are
Ethiopians.
not Israelites. Listen, I'm speaking fast for a reason. Them Nigerians don't want nothing to do with you.
Right.
They absolutely hate your guts. And I think they did the most PPP loans. They were talking about niggas. But the Nigerians are the biggest scammers on the face of the earth. You can look that up.
Mhm.
Nigerians are the biggest scammers on the face of the earth. They do things on Craigslist all the time and get women all the time. Go ahead, Commodore.
So like I can't remember if it was John Muhammad, but somebody in the school captain or something was teaching that when that movie came out, Coming to America.
Right. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Go ahead,
A
though.
lot of Judite sisters were getting scammed by these Africans.
They wanted them a prince from Zamunda and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, real
They're a
quick.
big scam.
Go ahead.
I was gonna add real quick. Another reason why they want the 12 tribes chart to be fake is because they just want these to be able to love white people.
There you go. That's the root of it.
That's all it
Malak
is.
Hey, Malak, that's the root of it.
Right.
Malak always got to put shit in perspective. Like the root of it is, we all the 12 tribes.
Right.
They want to grab people in. They want to love everybody.
Right.
Because being the what's that word? That's shit that Kwame say all the time. The illusion of inclusion. Y'all ever heard him say that? He said that all the time when we coming out. He's like, you want to be in the illusion of inclusion.
Mhm.
But everyone wants to be included.
Right.
And when you're a people who doesn't have any cultural ties to God or power, which at least when you think it, you want everyone to be involved because you don't know what it means to be by yourself. You don't know what it means to be in your race for real.
Right.
Because you're a second-class citizen. You get what I'm saying? So we're known, we have to tie ourselves to white people to be able to be accepted. You get what I mean? Like we have to. It's damn near second nature for us because they've been our daddy forever. You get what I mean? But now that we're telling you who we are and we got a power, we got a God, now we can be who we are comfortably and say, no, this is only a party for us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This place is only for us. This school is only for us. Like, don't you like having a building that you can say your race can only come here?
Right.
You know what I mean? We need that sign. We need that sign. We have the right to refuse service to anyone. We need that sign up there. Don't they have that at grocery stores?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We have the absolute right to refuse service. You know what I mean? We need that sign somewhere. You get me?
Because they grow up with a little friend that, you know what I'm saying, that was cool, and they don't want to let that friend go. They got some little Asian tail, and they like, man, they got to be Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Or she looked like this, or, you know what I'm saying, her body built like that. She got to be Israelite.
She can Cabbage Patch.
Yeah, and if she can dance a little bit, no, nigga, like, no. She's not an Israelite. You just have a lustful spirit on you that wants that to happen, but it's not true. You know what I'm saying?
Someone said that. Oh, it's like, go ahead.
And they're going to, try to doctor it up any way they can to make it true. You know what I'm saying?
Someone said, y'all like blackest, you want the black Hispanics, Native Indians to be the chosen people of God because they got the best looking woman. That's hilarious to me.
But what is that? By you saying that, how do you feel about your own, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird to me
Right.
for a black man to say that.
I mean, the 12 tribe sign. I mean, I love that 12 tribe sign. I think that was like the #1 fishing tool ever. Was that 12 tribe sign because it allows you to say that you're included or you're not. You feel what I'm saying? Like when you walk by the camp, you like, oh, okay, I'm there, I'm on there.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
if I could, didn't the Lord tell Ezekiel take you two these sticks and make them one stick? Yeah, that's a 12
tribe sign. Like the 12 tribe sign is 2 parts.
Right.
You know what I mean? The soft sign is 1, but if you go look at the 12 tribe sign, it's literally 2 parts. It's like that.
Right. That's deep.
You know what I mean? So you got one stick and the other stick, and you put the brackets together, you make it 1 sign.
And then the Lord said the children of Israel will walk by asking, what meanest thou by these?
Come on. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So of course, and then on top of that, like you got, I don't like saying this, but I understand why brothers say this, northern southern. You know what I mean? You got the northern. So now it's not set up that way on the sign, but it's still two
Kind.
parts. The two-part thing, and it's coming together.
If I could too, that word stick in the Hebrew, it means plank of wood. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Golly.
Yeah.
I knew it meant wood, but I didn't know it meant plank.
Yeah, plank of wood.
Oh, okay, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Everything the UPK does is biblical, man.
and it's and like for us, and I got you, like, and for us, it's so crazy because we were a generation. Like I know I came before y'all, but it was we're the generation who gets the clear cut truth. There was a time where Command General Hanna was coming up, probably even General Muhammad, where they were still trying to sort certain things out. You get what I'm saying? Like they still fighting this and looking up this, and you know what I mean? But we got to come in where they done did all that work. They done laid the groundwork. So whatever they say is a 1,000% correct because they done did every damn research on everything. So we just get to be parrots and repeat it.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
But go ahead, what you say?
Yeah, wasn't that what happened during the time of Christ, right? And that's why you have, Jews and Gentiles, right? The Jews were not accepting the Gentiles, which were really Israelites.
Right.
But then they accept them because supposedly, they didn't keep, their traditions. They left the nation and whatnot. Well, it's like we teach reincarnation is real. So that's probably the same spirit that's in these fake Israelites that push that lie, right? That want to say Hispanics and Native Americans are not Israelites. Like that's their ancestors that were saying that back then about the Greeks and the Roman citizens.
Mm-hmm. No, what you said is so heavy, and just that we're gonna move on after this. And I want to add some. If you go look at the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, and you go read those scriptures, right? The brother said, "Well, you got one more. What about Black Indians? Because in South Carolina, a lot of Black people, grandparents said they're Indians. Black is not a color; it's a curse. You know what I'm saying? I know what you mean, though. You're just saying darker skin. Gadites are any color. You know what I mean? I know Gadite. This brother's a Gadite. You know what I mean? Soccer war Gadite. Then you got them Gadites that look like movie Gadites. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Every Gadite is different because they come from a different type of tribe of Gadite.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So they could be like you ever seen what's that brother from Texas? Tazadat. He's a Seminole.
Oh, he a Reubenite.
Yeah, he's a Seminole Indian. I didn't know that. He was a Judite.
Right.
But then I was like, well, it's tall because they be like tall and shit. Right. You was a tall cat. You look like that. But it'd be different type of the color doesn't matter. You look at Judites, we got light skin.
Yeah.
You got light skin cats. You don't even know, you know what I mean?
You got that with every tribe.
That's what I'm saying. You got light skin and dark skin. You got that with every tribe. But I remember I seen not to go off.
Speckled birds, huh?
Speckled bird, perfect. I met a Panamanian cat. I was at a baseball game. He played baseball. And he looked like me. This nigga couldn't speak a lick of English. He looked like me. He had like jewelry on and shit. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I got a Versace shirt on and shit. I'm looking like, and I heard him talk. He ended up being a baseball. I heard him talk. I was younger, and I'm like, nigga don't even speak English. He's a big old, like a Panamanian cat though. So like you don't know what.
Right.
You know what I mean? What tribe you are, but you just know that you Israel. What was the point I was gonna make though? Oh, Salaki. Okay, so now if you go look at the 12 tribes, right, of the nation of Israel in Genesis, the 49th chapter, and of course, I think in Deuteronomy 33 as well.
Right, Deuteronomy 33.
Right. So, one of the ones that stand out to me is Haiti and Simeon, because they literally on the same island, divided.
The instruments of cruelty.
Right. That is one of the coldest ones ever because it says the instruments of cruelty be in their hand. The voodoo and the
brujeria,
like witchcraft.
Right.
Right? So, and they're on the same island and they hate each other.
Right.
They're against each other. You look at the Iskarites. The Iskarites are sitting between two burdens, couching between two burdens. Central North America. You got or south and
north.
Is Mexico considered North or Central? North America, right? So you're talking about it's considered.
America is right. Mexico is right, but right under. America is right over Mexico, right?
Okay.
And
we don't consider that Mexico would not call themselves
So
Central America.
it's North America.
They consider like Baja.
Okay, but you're still between two burdens.
Yeah, they still in the middle of
America, and then you still got South America.
Right.
So you're still between two burdens. So like you think about that and who they are, and they would send tribute to the bear. You know what I mean? The bear is Spain, right? I believe.
We were servants of the tribute.
servants under tribute, not the bear. Excuse me. Servants under tribute because you are a hire. You know what I mean? For money, you'll do whatever. Shit, I mean, you can pay his price for beer, literally.
Right.
And right or wrong though. Yeah, prices. Them cats at Home Depot, right? You can get them 12 pack. 12, yeah. Hey, listen. If you like, I hate to say this,
That's
but
crazy.
this is true. You can go hire them cats at Home Depot, and they would work. They just want to work. They're not tripping. They are not tripping. They go get. I remember, of course, when you're a immigrant, right?
Mhm.
You can go work for a white man, but he ain't gonna give you no white. He'll give you $3. Right or wrong?
That's
like
crazy.
$4. Remember they was getting cracked in Mississippi. They got cracked. And they had the Israelites living in 120 degree. It was like 110 degree heat, but inside their trailer was like 120 degrees. Y'all remember this?
Mm.
And ice came and hit them, took them all up, and the cat didn't take no accountability. He was like, "Oh, I'm just trying to get a job, I'm trying to get some work out of them." So he set up trailers and shit for them to sleep in on his property, and then they got hit, they got took and all that, and found out he was just paying them like $3-4 an hour.
Mm. That's crazy.
If I could, like California, you can work at a fucking factory. Work at a factory, Chinese owned shit. You're getting paid $10 an hour, working 12-hour shifts.
Yeah,
you know, and it's
and they happy as hell about it too.
These guys ain't worried. They're just glad to have a job.
That's crazy.
Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Like, so you look at the Ishkrites. You look at the Judite. Now the Judite is a crouching lion. A young lion. Well, give me the Judite precept if you don't mind.
Come on.
A lion's whelp.
A lion's whelp, meaning he gets ready to fight and then he just dies out. Like it's such like that. It's so heavy who we are.
Like how we march. It is that.
To say that all because you watch these guys, these fake Israelites who legitimately believe that all the tribes are Negro, they'll say Judah Negro, and then you ask them what tribe they from Judah. Yeah. Like you're not from Issachar, you Judah. It's like come on, man.
Right. So all of them is Negro. What tribe you from, Judah?
Yeah, like. Anyway.
I can't wait for them to say Issachar.
Yeah.
Right. The rest of them are in Africa. Right.
For real?
Yeah.
That's what they say. I do not follow these. I do not know what the hell they talk. I just know they nuts.
Right. It's a lazy breakdown when our breakdown is way more in depth.
It's in depth. You have to be in the class to break it down and understand. You know what I mean? Then we got stones. Then we got symbols. Like we got a lot of stuff that goes into who you are. You know what I mean? But people don't realize it because they just want like we hear it all the time, and of course y'all hear it. Them Mexicans ain't Israelites.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I mean? Why is that white boy talking with y'all? You know what I'm saying? They love saying that, but they can't break it down though. Right. You know what I mean? They can't break it down. If you're gonna look at, I remember reading 2 Kings, right? And talk about the Gadites going to war. And the Gadites are talking about how they paint their face. Remember that precept?
Okay.
That's such a cultural, biblical thing. And they still do that to this day.
Right.
You know what I mean? They go paint their face, which Judites did the same thing. Judites did the same thing with paint their face. Remember that movie Braveheart?
Right. The Scottish.
Yeah, he's a black man, right? William Wallace was a black man. They painted their face before fights. So in the movie, before war, in the movie, they painted it blue because they were white. But in reality, they painted it white because they were black. You get what I'm saying? But they couldn't put white paint on an Edomite. So they put blue. But that comes from our culture.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like that is from us. They steal everything. And they even trying to steal and trying to tell us that the 12 tribe sign is fake, which is garbage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Give me a random tribe right there. Reuben, right? Shit. Somebody had sex with his father's
concubine.
Yeah, concubine, lost it. And then what they say about Reuben though? It's something about
son of excellency.
Son of excellency. Give me more though.
Reuben. I got it. The Reuben.
I know he was the firstborn.
The beginning of his strength, the excellency of dignity, the excellency of power, unstable as water.
Unstable as water. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not excel.
Thou shalt not excel because of what he did. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
Okay, but I know, it's something that shows in that being in those Everglades too. But go ahead. That might be Deuteronomy 33.
Okay. Dignity.
Yeah.
I remember that relates to that tribe so much because I know the Reubenites are the only ones that never made a treaty
with the white man. That's
Mhm.
correct. That's
Man.
correct. They never made a treaty, and that's why you'll find a lot of Judite-looking Gadites. Like they look like Judites, but they're Gadites because of the mixing of them two tribes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They would give each other just like the regular Gadites too, like the other Gadites, I should say, or the Gadites. Excuse me. They would do the same thing. But it's something I think in Deuteronomy 33 about them being in a certain place.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking
Come
about?
on,
Yeah,
come on.
that's it's the one that really like shows.
Good, sir. Also, right, a lot of Gadites look like Judites because during the time, right, when slavery was going down, a lot of slaves would go flee and take refuge into the indigenous tribes. This is before, right?
Absolutely.
Esau split them up,
Mhm.
so they were allied with each other.
And what you said so heavy, like in those times, we knew we were the same people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like black people would flee plantations and then marry into it. The natives would welcome them, with open arms, let them marry into their families, marry their daughters, so they can legally be a citizen of that reservation and be considered a free man. You understand what I'm saying? And then at the same time, you look at how they tried to divide us. Like Africans wasn't coming over here and helping black people, were helping Native Americans. Like natives was helping so-called Negroes, and Negroes was helping so-called natives.
Right.
And then you look at it like what they did and how divisive they were, like in that book Black Indians, how they talk about how they play strategically on our differences, so to speak. But one of the main things I read about this in the Library of Congress, how the smallpox situation, how it was so deadly for the Native Americans, chemical warfare, germ warfare was one of the main tools used against the Gadites because, Esau couldn't really see Gad from the shoulders, so to speak. And so basically what happened was, and you had Judites in the army with him, fighting against the oppressor. And so what happened was the white man said, we're gonna blame, we see how connected they are and united they are. We're gonna blame the smallpox on black people. That's what we're gonna tell the natives. And that worked. Because then natives was like, okay, we gotta get away from black people. Like
even like the tribe of Benjamin. Like you can read the tribe of Benjamin. I mean, you can't tell me that ain't Benjamin.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the whole Bible about that breakdown of the 12 tribes is like one of the most beautiful things ever. You get to see who you are. You know what I mean? Even the tribe of Zebulon, I think their symbol is a boat. You know what I mean? And they're over the number one. They're over the number one port in the world, I believe.
Is that the Panama Canal?
The Panama Canal. You know what I'm saying? That is the number one port in the world. You know what I mean? Like, and then their symbol is a boat.
Right.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's a haven of ships.
the haven. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
Almost.
That's,
You know, of course, we know we're true believers of the Bible, but still to know that they were saying this 6,000 years ago.
concept.
And we're like, that's crazy. It's still true to this day.
And if I'm not mistaken, Priest Ariyah,
I see that joint.
he wrote down the tribes, and then he found all the records, and the records was basically showing what he wrote down was valid. You know what I'm saying? I remember Commander Johanna was talking about it on a video before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like he fell down, he broke his legs.
And then the Lord put him there for a minute so he could sit down. You know what I mean? Like
that's crazy.
Yeah, like, and I'm not gonna say it was just one dream. It might have been a series of dreams.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then also, I mean, let's move on. We can go Puerto Ricans being fruitful. You know what I'm saying? The fruitful tribe. You know what I mean? And living on living where they live, which is the port of riches.
Cake unturned.
Huh? A cake unturned. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me another one. Vanessa, come on, Cubans, right?
Right.
So, like, I was gonna go to Argentina. A lot of cats don't really know Argentina's like that, but they said a hind loose, a deer. You know what I mean? Naphtali, kind. That's what you said. Yeah, like them too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't even name a cat from the tribe of Naphtali. You don't even see them. That's crazy. They like so deep in South America.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then of course they probably all around us, but they don't even know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What's the tribe that's in LA that's not Mexican?
You got Zebulon. Oh,
Salvador.
Salvador. Zebulon.
The Zebulon,
Come
right?
on.
But they're El Salvadorians, right?
Right.
That's like they're big as hell in LA.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Like you.
That's
That's right. And what is Zebulon?
What is Zebulon?
Is that Panama
Yeah,
to
Panama.
Guatemala to
Guatemala? Okay.
Guatemala
so
to
same one.
Panama.
So you got Neftali. Give me another one. Asher. Damn, Colombians.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Brazil.
Brazil.
If I could, so I believe in the land of Israel,
Yeah.
this called Zebulon were like neighboring
Oh, yeah?
neighboring tribes.
Yeah, they
That
was.
makes sense. That
And,
makes
and,
sense.
and they neighboring right now.
Yeah, they neighboring right now. Wait, hold on though. So you got hold on. Let's go. What tribe we just
Levi?
said? No, we went to Levi. We just said Naphtali.
Asher.
Asher. That's Colombia to Uruguay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Peru. This is
I thought
that shit is
Nicaragua
heavy.
was,
Yeah.
Oh, I think it is.
So really, when they say that when you're from Colombia to Uruguay, you're really all just the same tribe. You're just the same people,
Right.
just live in different locations.
Mhm.
That boat stopped a lot of places. That's crazy.
Right.
That boat just like them white people were just taking them wherever they were
Right.
getting them. It's funny because you look at the Benjamites, and of course, ignorantly, people would just say, "Oh, that's Jamaicans." When there's, I think, about 12 different islands,
Right.
like Saint Kitts, the Virgin Islands,
Mm-hmm.
Trinidad.
And Jacob said, and he got this, like you said, he got it in a vision. This is where they're gonna be at.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
that's the heavy part.
In the latter days.
That should scare somebody to get into the truth.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just knowing that that's true.
Oh, Slagia.
Go ahead.
About Asher, it says right here, in Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren, and let him dip his foot in oil. Now, if you look at Asher, the Colombians, they're one of the top importers of oil in the world.
They got everything over
And,
Yeah, everything.
yeah, drugs like that coca. Like if it wasn't for actual coke, that coca leaf can be medicine. You know what I'm saying? The heroin, that's medicine. You know what I'm saying? But of course they took it.
right.
Went crazy.
Left hand with it. And also too, it's
I
talking
heard he
about
a devil too, Pablo. Like I don't know, y'all.
Oh.
Look that up. Pablo,
Thy
yeah,
shoes-
I gotta look
thy
at. He is,
shoes
huh?
shall be a iron, bro.
I heard he a devil.
the-
Biggest drug dealer ever.
them two. That was if I'm not mistaken, the
Makes sense.
Peruvians. That was the Incan Empire. And the Incas was known for having all gold, everything. Everything was gold. You know what I'm saying? And
It's
right.
insane.
you know,
What tribe have we said yet?
Levi.
No, we did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Simeon. You okay? Look at. Go ahead, coming out. Go ahead.
So like I was gonna say, like at the slavery, this is Benjamin's sister, and you know, she was telling me how she's Jamaican, so I'm talking to her and I'm telling her like, oh, like biblically, like you guys are from the tribe of Benjamin, and like she knows a little bit, and she's like, oh yeah, something. She said something about the wolf, right? And then like in the Bible, the donkey represents Issacharites, but there's something about like us referencing the donkey with our culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for her to say that, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh yeah, I can see that. She's like, you know, something about the wolf. I didn't really understand it. I didn't even ask her like, what you mean by it. But when she said it, I was like, yeah, like the wolf represents you guys.
Well, you know what's funny though? Benjamites in the world believe that they're the line of Judah.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Right,
they
right,
think
right.
they're the line of Judah. But
So like I said, if I could, she said something. She said howling like a wolf or something like that.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you go read Benjamin. Benjamin talk about like their work ethic, just like the Israelites, their work ethic. I remember Joe Muhammad told a story about how this Benjamin woman came to him in his rib. And she was like, oh yeah, what do you do? And she told her what her slavery was. And then she was like, what else you do? She's like, that's just my job. She's like, oh, that's crazy. Like you only got one job. Like that's how Benjamites is. They work like 3-4
they do.
jobs,
They for
bro.
sure do.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it says
Like,
that in Deuteronomy too, sir.
yeah, God, like it's who they are. They work. Like you look at like Commander Hansen. You know what I mean? They say he's the hardest working man in Israel. You know what I mean? I know General Oz. I know Captain Shot. Like them cats,
Yeah.
like, them cats are different. You feel? It's just they spirit. You period. You know what I mean? So it's just you go look at it. What tribe haven't we said?
Zebulon, Asher.
Oh, we said Venezuela. That's That's not Tally?
That's how we said.
Okay,
That's
so I
how
mean, you go look at those. Look, okay, let me take it to the world a little bit. Go look at the world of baseball.
right.
Y'all watch? Y'all don't watch baseball. I like baseball. So you know they blessed in baseball like a motherfucker, right? They like I seen a brother. Y'all know what the warning track is in baseball?
Mm.
It's the dirt right before it goes over the gate.
Okay.
It's like the farthest place from home plate. He caught the ball on the warning track, threw the motherfucker a strike to home, got the nigga out.
Damn.
Like these niggas is different. Like you know what I
That's
mean?
over like what, 400 yards?
It's about 400
Depending
feet.
where you at.
400 feet.
400 feet.
And he threw it like 90 some miles per hour from home, from the gate to home. Like they blessed in that baseball.
Like the accuracy is alone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It didn't even bounce. It was like I'm just saying, like these cats is different. But they the tribes too. You feel me? And you can tell. Them the cats that look like Judas, but they fucking
Right.
What are they? Cuban and
Dominican.
Like Ephraim. You know what I'm saying? Like these cats look like Judites
And
until they talk.
and even amongst
Even-
Ephraimites.
It's like-
No, you got it.
I was gonna say in boxing as well.
Yeah, boxing too.
Boxing.
Boxing
you
for
see
sure.
The diversity of the tribes,
Mhm.
each of them dominate, and I mean, you know, until they come up against each other, but each of them dominate in their own right. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, the sports world with the tribe is crazy.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about football, basketball, baseball, soccer, boxing, Olympics, like any Olympic sport, like you know, we can talk about entertainment,
Mhm.
but now we going to the salt of it. But you can see who the salt of the earth is clearly.
Mhm.
Clearly, you can see who the salt of the earth is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, who cooks the best Chinese food?
It ain't the Chinese, man.
It's a car.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a
Hey,
car.
we
Go
was
ahead.
down there.
It's like I was gonna say Peruvians.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like the Chinese took Peruvians have a similar. They have this rice is called chaufa,
Uh-huh.
but it's like steamed like stir fried rice, and then they have this other one that's called tarayin,
Mhm.
and it's like the noodles that the Chinese
Yeah.
make. And but it tastes way better.
Listen, coming down. No, go ahead. Go so I can finish.
Oh, so like I was gonna say, and when you said like who cooks the best,
Yeah.
as far as like if it's like Asian or whatever,
Mhm.
then Peruvians got it a lot.
But look, let me tell you something, man. Like people say that the pizza comes from Italy, from the Italians. That's a lie. The pizza comes from Mexican people because they stole the pizza from the quesadilla. You know what I'm saying? Go look that up. Yeah, that quesadilla idea that is a Mexican idea. That's a Mexican thing. And they took that and made the pizza. They said they gave all the damn credit to the damn Italians.
If I
Yeah,
could,
man.
sir, if I could, when we was down there in San Diego, we went to the Yatab took us to this hibachi spot. It was nothing but Issachar up in there.
Yeah,
Bro,
That's the
the
best,
best food
goddamn-
I ever had.
Listen.
I'm talking about
That's-
that shit was it's like
Like
that.
when the
that was
scripture
fire.
say he's a hire, he's gonna do whatever it requires.
When we going
I went to
back?
Panda Express today. And I had the Mexicans was cooking my Panda Express. You know what I'm saying? They was out there, they was in you know what I'm talking you know what I'm talking about.
Walk.
Yeah, the walk. That's
Man.
the only Chinese food I eat because it's Americanized. I ain't no other Chinese food.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hell no. P.F. Chang's too. But that's it. Because that's American.
Right.
Somebody was gonna say something over here. That one?
No, no, no.
So like a cap, I was gonna say, you know, when it says that Issacharites are hired, you know, one thing that you command General Hana brought out one time on the Black Watch was that the reason why the produce in the grocery store is at the price point that it is, and some people even look at it and they're like, oh, it's organic, that's expensive,
Mhm.
but it's at that price point because Issacharites are working the fields. He's like, imagine if the Edomites or any other heathen was working that, it would be like double or triple.
Wow. No, that's so true because I worked with I did construction. We'll wrap it up. Y'all want to add anything?
You got it.
But I worked construction years ago with a brother, man, Iskrai brother, and he worked with us. He was like the best guy on the job. But he also like on weekends he go pick avocados and shit, right? And he told me like, how much you pay? How much you get? He said he make like $1,500 a weekend, but he working like yeah, dumbass salary. But he's a workaholic. You know what I'm saying? Like all he do is work. But he go pick up like 1,500. I'm like, damn, how long you do it for? He said like 14 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? But they don't pay him by hour. They pay him by rate.
But great.
Yeah. So the shit that he's doing is getting him the money, not the hours. So he'll just be out there from 5 a.m. to like 7 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, or 7 p.m. So you got there 14 hours. You try to get all that sun you can out there. I'm like, you getting paid by the weight that you bring in. That's slavery.
Yeah, for sure. Cotton, yeah.
That's slavery. So yeah, it's wild though. Yeah, don't tell me that this 12 try is fake. We can go in all damn day. I don't want to miss a try. Are we missing anybody? You sure?
It is okay.
I don't think we didn't say
Who? Dan? Dan is an adder. He's an adder in the way. You know what I mean? He's fucking with Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? You know who's from the tribe of Dan, right? Give me the famous Danite in the Bible. There you go. That was just a quick little pop way. If you get it. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna say, Lahan?
I said that they be having a good ass time out there on that slavery.
I know they do. I'm sure they do.
Niggas be drinking and shit.
Yeah.
Like, coming up with games.
Listen, them Judas doing the same shit, making songs and shit. Swing low.
Yeah.
Swing. Pick it up over there, Donnie. Like,
And Dan means judge, and the book of Judges, like them judges, a lot of them was.
Yeah. Are you sure we didn't say no? We ain't missing no try. Go look at the 12 tries out right there. Are you sure? Somebody gonna keep me up like, so we not Israel? Damn, that's crazy.
Start a civil war.
Oh, okay. So we said every word. Just okay, solid. But yeah, like I love the tribe. What's it called? Dynamic, because you could tell that we all the same.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You could tell we all the same. Now we different tribes for sure.
Yeah.
But you the same spirit, same people. It's crazy.
small differences here and
Very small differences. You know what I mean? You ever see especially in New York, you ever see they got like everyone looks like they look like a little off of who they can be. Like I see women in New York. I've been to New York a few times. Y'all seen it. You see a woman, you think she's a Judah, she's Dominican.
Oh, yep.
You got a woman over here, you think she Cuban, she Panamanian. It be Colombian and you know what I mean?
Puerto
all
Rican.
different shit. And you like, but they all carry the spirit of a New Yorker.
Right.
So it's like you can't even tell. Like New York is the most trickiest place. Me and my Rick was sitting at the hotel one time, and we seeing people walking in and out, and we're like, oh man, niggas over there, they speaking Spanish, bro. They can't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? They wearing like jerseys and hats and shit. I'm like, looking at these girls like, okay, hold on. And he like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Concept.
But anyways, we're gonna wrap it up with that, man. We'll be back at y'all next Thursday. We'll go over accountability. Stay accountable, man.
Right.
Take responsibility. Be dependable, be reliable, be predictable. UPK next Thursday, One West Radio, we going up, man. Shalom.